My name's Armand Pienaar, and my interviewee today is going to be Nico Pienaar. Thanks for coming out today.
Yes.
If it's okay with you, I can ask you a few questions.
Sure.
My first question is, describe how you, your career journey and how you came to be today.
Okay, just to start off with, I started off with the SABC, it's a South African Broadcast Corporation, shortly after I studied electrical engineering. After that I moved over to a post-production company where we worked on feature films and commercials. We moved to Cape Town, basically doing the same thing. I was head of engineering there for a few years. We decided to move over to Canada, started working here for a company called Digital Rapids. We were doing live video streaming. And one day I just decided, okay, I saw this new job coming up. I thought, you know what, this is maybe just exactly what I want to do. It was an incubator company at the time that everybody actually knows now as Show Me.
So now how is the Show Me thing going?
Show Me is actually doing pretty well. We've got more subscribers than we originally anticipated. So we're actually pretty happy with the progress of the new project.
Now for question 2, what were the most surprising aspects of your career journey?
It was actually applying for this job at Show Me. I originally thought it will be already be taken by somebody internal to Rogers at the time, because at the time when I applied it was very much a Rogers company. Within 2 days after I applied for the position, they contacted me. Basically 2 days after that I went for my first interview. I went for another interview about 4 days after that. So within a period of a week I basically have the job at Show Me. And then I left Digital Rapids like a month later on.
So your career journey is going pretty well.
No, it turned out to be the way I wanted at the end of the day.
So now for the third question, what subjects did you take in high school?
So I made a career choice at about 12 or 13 years old when I moved to, like they call it here in Canada, grade 8. We had 6 subjects that we had to take. I said 6 subjects that I finished up at school was English, Afrikaans, being languages, technical drawings, I had electronics, and then maths and science. And in my case I actually did an additional course being programming.
Now, were there any subjects you stopped that you wish you had continued?
When I went to high school in grade 8, we basically had set subjects already for us. The only subjects that I had to drop in grade 10 was basically biology, geography and history. But I can't say there was anything that I actually wanted to continue with.
Now, what advice would you give yourself if you were to talk to yourself in grade 10?
That's from a parent perspective, that's always the difficult one. We would always want our children to do differently to what we did. All I can say is I probably would have spent a little bit less time on a sports field and probably a little bit more time behind the books.
Now, what did you do after leaving high school?
After leaving high school, I started university the next year already, where I spent 5 years studying engineering. Right after that, I was actually called up to the military, where I had to do mandatory military training. Coming back, I started working. I did 1 year of work at the SABC, and then I finished my honours degree in electronics.
Now, what 3 skills would you say is your most important to your success and why?
Well, I would say the first thing is determination. As an engineer, you basically have to start off with a project and follow it all the way through. The next one will be the passion for your work. Again, I think that's somebody everyone wants to do. If you've got a passion for your work, you will actually just do so much better with it. And probably the third one is the will to learn. That's one thing I found with my career. If you stagnate with your work and you actually don't keep on learning new things, you will never succeed.
Now, what age did you find an interest in what you are doing now?
That's a little bit of a difficult question to answer. But if I have to say, it was probably at the end of my junior high school career when I really started finding an interest in TV, what goes on in front of a camera, also behind the camera. And I eventually started going into the career move, and I think me studying electronics, it kind of pushed me in that certain career. Doing SABC work, at the Broadcasting Corporation definitely moved us there. And now moving into the streaming video environment, video on demand, is definitely something I wanted to do.
So you think it's progressed well?
Yes,
kind of thing.
yes, that, yeah.
Well, all I wanted to say was thank you for coming out here, and can I get an applause for Nico Pienaar?
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming out.
Thank you. And then afterwards, one day I just decided to apply for this new position at the incubator company that everybody know now. Okay.
In 3, 2. Were there any subjects you wish you could continue that you stopped?
In high school, I basically pretty much.
Sorry. That was really funny how you drank the water.
Give Buddy a hand.
Okay, alright. Okay, let's go.
In 3, 2. Were there any
Okay, I will drink water.
No, drink water, because that's what everybody does. But you stop
Yeah,
laughing.
but no, it's not going to be at the same place again, so.
It's okay. You ready?
Yeah.
In 3, 2. Were there any subjects you stopped and wish you would continue?
Okay, let's try that again.
In 3, 2. Were there any subjects that you stopped that you wish you would have continued?
I'm sure.
Oh, that's my favorite word.
What's in this stuff?
Now, what advice would you give yourself if you were to talk to yourself in grade 10?
That's from a parent perspective. That's always the difficult one. We would always want our children to do differently to what we did. All I can say is I probably would have spent a little bit less time on a sports field and probably a little bit more time behind the books.
But that's different to me, right?
No.
Now all I just wanted to say was thanks for letting me interview you in this lovely place of yours. If I could get a applause for
You can't
Nico
stand
Pienaar.
up. You can't stand up.
It cuts you
You're out
off.
of camera shot now.
Okay, let's try again.
Can you guys give her an applause?